Hello everybody, happy Saturday. I'm Jack, UI UX designer, illustrator, animator, donut connoisseur. It is hot here, hot in my office. It is the middle of summer, so I hope you're all staying cool wherever you are joining from. We've got Stiano, Dari, Corey, and Bliss joining. Or no, Biola. Hey Biola, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Odari is not only a moderator, as well as Corey, but also a live streamer here on Behance, so be sure to check out Odari's page. Oh, Clever's here as well. Welcome, Clever. Yeah, what can I tell you about today? So, I had a little bit of a debate about what specifically I wanted to work on, and I decided that I would work on the ducks today. But I'm also gonna pull up real quick here. Should have done this in advance. My Tanuki Sushi project. If you tuned in to Adobe Live this week, oh my gosh, so disorganized. You would have seen that project. There we go. And I just realized my volume is like all the way up over here, so you're probably hearing my computer make tons of noises. Give me a minute. Okay. I'm gonna switch my screens. Okay, so here we are. Here's Tanuki Sushi. This was actually what I ended up using for the final branding, so maybe one of the mods can post a link to the replay for this. If you want to check out what we did here, we took all of this into Express and created a client presentation using Adobe Express. But these are some of the concepts. I do want to go back and maybe, depending, I don't think it's going to happen today. I debated. I thought about putting together a Behance project with this, but I don't think that I'm gonna do that today. Let me see if I can find the what we worked on. I liked the idea of everybody in the chat had like good recommendations for here we go. How we could incorporate the letter, and so I kind of liked that idea, and I might go back and kind of play with this. I also realized after the fact that the shape that we kind of started with already kind of looks like a sushi, and so maybe there was this kind of opportunity to do something like, you know, I don't know. Anyways, there you go. That's what we worked on. This is what we worked on stream, and these were some concepts that I put together for the sake of being able to swap them out really quickly, because I needed to I really wanted to be able to showcase the Adobe Express stuff, and so I had to have something kind of put together. But I did like some of the directions that we explored here, especially these. I think there's potential to do something fun with these. One more stuff with the face here, but all of this will get posted to a Behance project. My brain is not ready to think about writing copy for that and like putting together all the images. So we're gonna work on the ducks today. But thank you, Corey, for sharing the link there. Yeah, Corey saying for some reason it's in the motion category on Behance. It's in the motion category because and I'm gonna copy this so I can paste it in the other two chats as well, because there was a mix-up. There was another guest and it was a whole thing. So they had to like change things out sort of last minute. You know what? Actually, Corey, let me grab the correct link. Here we go. This is the permanent link. So, there you go. I'm gonna post this in the YouTube chat as well, since I'm streaming on YouTube and on Twitch, in case anybody's watching over there. Alright, but enough of that. I think you get an overview of what we did on the stream. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to share them in the chat. Like I said, I'm not going to post this for a minute, so... Or if you want to work on some kind of additional ideas here for this. I did kind of want to create a variation that used this type, but we just didn't get there. You know, you end up having like an hour on Adobe Live, and then, you know, plus or minus conversation and intros and all of that, so... Anyways, ducks. We're back to the ducks today. This is what I'm going to work on primarily. And... hang on. Oh, it looks like my green screen is all the way down. Oh, please. Let me fix that. See if I can get it to... there we go. Pull down quickly. Clever likes the jelly bean shaped tanukis. I really wanted to play, yeah, I definitely wanted to play with this one a lot more. You know, these were just kind of like explorations that used the face that I had like already kind of brainstormed prior, obviously. But I really wish I could have spent more time with like, there were some really cool things I thought we could do with like this one in particular, mixing it with the pattern. I ran out of kind of like time. You know, if we kind of like take this here. Like this one has a really nice opportunity to like fit into the pattern on some level. Like let's grab these two here. I don't know what that looks like, but you know, kind of like lining up the midline here. These top pieces. I don't know, something like that could be kind of fun. But you know, I ran out of time to work on this one. Do something like this. you know, something. I'm not sure. Or just even playing with the shapes more. I don't know. Save that. Anyways, back to our ducks. I want to add some shading to this. So, I'm probably going to start with the larger sections of the umbrella. We talked about this a little bit last time, about how the umbrella is going to have kind of like a highlight in the center of it in order to indicate that there's a, like these have some like dimension to them. So, Clever said, I just never look up where Tanuki's luck and magic comes from. I don't really know why. Clever, I don't really know why. They're magical. I just know that they are magical. They're like, in a lot of stories, they're shapeshifters. But I don't really know why they're considered magical. They're just kind of fun. Anyways. So, we'll go with this. Alright. I'm trying to decide. Oh, Bliss is here. Hey, Bliss. If I want to add some I probably want to add some. Let's look at our color palette. Might add some darker shadows. Come on. I'm gonna lock the foreground. So I'm not gonna be messing with that much today. And I'm also gonna lock. All of this. Okay. Welcome, Alex. Bliss is saying, this just keeps getting cuter and cuter. Thanks! We also have a list. I don't know how far we got down the list. Oh, we didn't. We need to add some more. We need to add fish. We need to add some water plants. Yes. But today, I'm going to be working on adding some shading first and foremost, so to kind of give these that like billowed appearance. Did I accidentally lock? I did. Okay. What is happening? No? Where is it? There we go. Make a little bit of an adjustment there. And then we're gonna go over here. I'll figure out the exact colors that I want in a minute. Let's do a slight I'm actually gonna make these darker. On this side. We'll see. Do you have smart guides on? Because I actually do want smart guides on at the moment. Alright. Back here. Looks like we have somebody in the chat looking for some feedback on their work. If you're looking for feedback on your work, this isn't really the place for it. However, you're more than welcome to go and share your work in one of the Adobe Discords. That's generally where we kind of do reviews. I'm gonna leave that the way I had it. Let's do this. I have no idea what just drove down my street. I'm assuming it's one of those motorized bikes, but it sounded like a ride-on lawnmower driving down the block. So sorry if you could hear that on the stream. People gonna people in the summertime. Okay, and then we've got one more piece here. Add in. Speaking of people gonna people in the summertime, I'm gonna try to do 2 hour stream today. We'll see. It's very hot up here, so bear with me. Raffle's here. Welcome. Clever's just speed mowing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that was. I didn't get a good look. Is the AC broken? No, it's just really hot up in general. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to decide what it is about this that I don't really like. was saying I really enjoy sitting outside this morning with the breeze. It's not really that it's like it's hot, but it's been like really super humid outside. And so that's the part about it that's miserable. It's just the humidity is a lot. It's a lot. With this, we'll see. Yeah, Odari says same by him as well. We're sort of doing the boring work today, by the way. Boring but necessary work, I guess. Kind of adding some shading. I think I'm gonna do another level of shadow down here as well, but I'm gonna get the major shadows in. And it's also gonna help separate the background here from the foreground. And what I mean by that is like the pieces of the umbrella. You can tell which ones are kind of coming in front, and then these ones are them doing right now are in the back, so. And I want to make an adjustment here because I actually want this to come right above the edge. More like this. Bliss is doing her best to usher in autumn. Appreciate you for that. You also, I want kind of like a gradual slope here, so I'm gonna pull this up a little bit, like the shadow, a bit more gradual. I also want to add a little bit more shading onto my ducks. So many things to do. This one down. It's gonna be more like this, with a heavier shadow on the opposite side now. One of the things that I get asked a lot about is like, especially recently, I've had a bunch of people come to me and ask for this specifically, like a tutorial or something on shading. So, which we can, I can work on putting something together. It's just that like, I don't know specifically what the ask is in regards to shading, because there's like two things going on here. There's like the technique, right? Like how I am like there's different ways. There's ways I've done it using like what I'm doing right now with like flat colors, but also with like softer shading with like gradients and stuff like that. And so that's like a technique thing, and then there's also like the skill, which is like sort of study, and it's I don't want to say that like I can't go over that stuff, but like it's really more a matter of like practicing, like studying different lighting scenarios and trying them out is going to be more beneficial to you than like me trying to explain I could sit here and do this, but like really what I'm doing is like thinking about, I've mentioned this before, where my light source is, and we'll use like a more three-dimensional. My light source is kind of like hitting from the side here. If we imagine a spotlight, right? It's kind of like this. I don't think I made this too dark. Let's go with this color. I'm gonna pull this in a little bit more. And these are gonna be like darker pieces where I'm gonna actually make these like probably purple as well. Where the folds are. I don't know what the heck is going on. I must have accidentally selected something. Let's isolate this path. My goal for today's stream, my goal would be to finish this, obviously. Primary goal. Secondary goal, larger goal, is to get the major parts of the umbrella shaded here. Want to add the handle, some more details on the handle, and then go back and probably apply some shading to my ducks and to my lotus flowers, which we kind of talked about last week. They needed a little bit more help. And for this, I'm actually going to pull this over because there's like also going to be the shadow of the like pole along the side here. A little bit. Okay. So we're getting a little bit more depth now to our umbrella. It feels like those pieces have, I keep wanting to say like bellows or something. Is that the correct terminology? Dimensionality. So yeah, let me know if you are interested in me just doing something entirely focused on shading. Like, I walk you through maybe like a full piece from the line art or flat color or something. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Oh no, what happened there? Something weird. Let's fix that. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. Fine, I'll do it here first. Gareth is sneaking in from the Isle of Skye. Alright. Some shading. Let's take a look at what this looks like. With our ducks. Go. And that's pretty good. Alright. Look up umbrella. I want to look at different umbrella handles to get an idea of what I want to do. I don't like the idea of it being like really thin metal, so I might want to do like cut this like here and make this heavier. Make this be, how about this like green? Too much? Let's maybe go that green. And I'm gonna copy this and then I'm gonna expand it. Actually, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. These are gonna be like my sharper highlights. I cut this like here and here. Cut this down here. I'm going to leave that in case I need it. And then we need to add in shadow. That's weird. And then I am going to borrow this again, so it's a good thing I saved it. I'm going to bring this up. There we go. Peter. Oh, hey, Peter. Peter's saying, man, this has come a long way. Thanks. We're working on it. And then this, I'm going to keep it pretty dark. I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight near the top here. Give it that, like, metal look. I don't like the tangent there. I also think that's a little bit too... Let's bring it closer to the edge. A little bit closer to the edge. Turn off smart guides. Command use for turning on and off smart guides. Oh, I'm cutting off my own head. I need to be more in the middle. There we go. Don't do that. Thanks, Clever. I'm gonna add a little bit of highlights on the edges of some of these as well. I think that might look nice. This may be a bad idea, but I'm gonna try it nonetheless. Let's grab the color here. I don't want it to look super shiny, so that's something I'm going to be trying to balance here. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. I don't really think it's adding anything. Not enough to, like, be worth it. Oh, Clever likes that? Or no, me getting cut off. Got it. Yeah. Oops. Alright, I don't know what this is. Okay, let's bring this up. Oh, I made a copy. I made 2 copies now. Okay, well we only need 1. I'm actually gonna put this on my working layer. Oh, come on. There we go. Lock that. Oh, Peter's recommending I save. Yeah, this isn't a cloud file, so I do have to save. Probably should have gone that route, but I didn't, so here we are. Okay, now the question with the ducks is, do I go like something really a lot more neon and then go with like a darker shadow underneath, or we like the ducks lighter overall? I can't decide. Honestly. Lighter ducks. Okay. Peter's saying try it. Well, yeah, I did just kind of try it. But, fortunately, I'm not, like, beholden either way. Let's add a more of an overall shadow and then work from there. So we're gonna kind of go underneath. Add it wide. Or should this be lighter? I think these feathers under here are maybe lighter, actually. So that's something to kind of consider. should have thought about this beforehand. How I was gonna do this. I like the shape better there. Or we go darker. It's kind of hard to decide. Or we go lighter. And then we go darker over top. Let me think. Kind of, oh, nope, I don't want to select that. What is happening here? I need to make a lot of adjustments. Fix this up. This needs to be come down lower. Need to add another point here. Guess I know I have to extend now that shape at the bottom there. Let's see, I also want that looks a little bit better. I'm debating on this wing situation because I don't want to box myself into having to do a lot of details on the wings. Debating. How I want to handle this. I also think we need a bit of a highlight on our duck's eye. I'm just procrastinating on the wing, honestly. Okay, add a little bit, I guess, in here. Let's see. Oh, that's a little bit better. I always said, don't get too much in the weeds, you'll sink further and further. It's true. I don't know, kind of pleased with that. Just gonna do this. That's annoying. Pull this out. Go. Took a minute. Let's lock this. I'm gonna go down here and add another shadow. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I want to add, should add some details to the feet maybe? Not a ton. These should probably come down all the way. Alright, let's just try this. Smart guides for a minute. I already have groups for like the feet and stuff, so I'm just kind of copying and pasting them into those groups I already have. You're wondering what I'm doing there. Like this, I'm gonna copy and paste. Ooh, I'm not. Hold on. Paste here. No idea what that was for. Our other duck looks a little bit sad in comparison now. Oh, we also need to deal with the beak. I'm in like concentration mode. FYI. Oh, I don't know why I copied that. My brain wasn't working. Oh, yeah. Oh, Sean's here. Hey, Sean. Sean's asking if I had any issues with the latest update. Are you talking about in Illustrator? I have not. Should I have? I'm not having any issues. Clever saying, quit talking about Sean, everyone. Why? I definitely want, I'm always tempted to add some little feathers to the top of the head, so I'm gonna do that. Don't judge me. Feels like it fits a little bit better now. I'm still waiting for Sean. Suzanne, welcome. What is happening? Sean saying yes, not sure if it was PC or Mac. I haven't had any issues on either. On Adobe Live earlier this week, I was working with Illustrator on my Windows machine, and now I'm currently working on my Mac, so I haven't had any issues. But if there is something I'm missing, please let me know. Also, Suzanne, I think, so I'm connecting the dots here. Suzanne is Snowy from the Discord, so now I am able to put 2 and 2 together. And also, I wanted to pull this up, and this is perfect timing. Suzanne's been working on the greenhouse, and I wanted to show it off because I think it's gorgeous. I like really beautiful plants going on here. I love the tree. I think way more overall details in your plants that I went with, including like the stained glass is kind of a really nice touch. It makes it kind of, it's very elegant. So if you're not following Suzanne, go follow Suzanne and check out these lovely plant illustrations that Suzanne did. I went a little nuts. Yeah, but they're so nice. The shell on this one, I love this. It's a really nice touch. So be sure to check it out. There you go, more or less crafty on Instagram. So really cool stuff. Bit of mocha. You mean the plant or the color? The building color? Yeah. I actually, funny story too. I went to go get coffee this morning, and the coffee shop that I was at had one of those watermelon pepperomia plants or whatever, and I was like, oh look, I could buy one of these here. They have like plants for sale, so and I thought like maybe I can own one, but I did not end up buying it, mostly because the way that the coffee shop is set up, there was like the front is where all the plants were, but like the line was kind of at the back, and so like you had to like get on a line and go look at the plants, and then you get back in line, and I didn't want to deal with that. So that's a majority of the reason, is that I didn't want to get back in line. So anyways, little side note, we are about halfway through so far. If I go the full second half hour here, let's make sure that we've got those in front. Unlock some of this. I don't know about everybody else, but me personally, oh, I see what I was doing here. Okay, this is gonna be kind of annoying. Let's do it. I'm gonna actually just make I'm gonna expand this. I don't need it as a line anymore. Welcome, Sita. Or Seda, let me know how you prefer that to be pronounced. I'm trying to make this look a little bit more correct in terms of how it enters the water here. I don't know if I don't know where I want to go to next. It's really bugging me that this doesn't have a shadow on it from the edge here, so I think I'm going to do that first. Some of that extra stuff. Group this, not hide. And I'm gonna find this layer. I love this little search thing. I think I started to tell you about it and then I stopped, but I do really like it. I think it's really handy when I need to like quickly jump to layers. I also need to add, so I need to add some shading to the lotus flowers. I need to add shading to the duck on the left, or on the right, and then we need to go back and evaluate if we want to add a couple more plants, water plants. I think that was a suggestion. My other thought was, I had this idea, and it actually came to me from so we took the dogs to the park, like the big, like a nature preserve kind of place. Maybe we took them there, and I had this idea of like having, I'm just gonna kind of like generically show you my idea. Having like some plants. Imagine these are like, you know, it's gonna be like a crappy sketch of like some leafy plants or something. And they're kind of like coming over the edge. I don't know if this is like a great idea or not. I kind of had this idea that like there could be like some plants kind of coming over the edge. I need to look up like what kind of like water plants we could add. I was thinking like cattails, but I don't think they kind of bend down like that. There's gotta be some kind of like grassy plants. I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions or thinks this is a wise decision, let me know. I kind of want to have them fold over. I don't see anything that really like droops though. Maybe someone else knows. You know what I mean? Like when you see like the edge of a pond or something, and there's like those plants that kind of like sprawl out and like hang down. I wonder if I could have something kind of like hanging down over the top. Just to kind of break the border there so it doesn't feel so. Pampas grass? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Peter's suggesting. Or ferns. Maybe. So here's my crappy sketch. I'm gonna group it by itself. And we're gonna put this on my working layer. I'm gonna say, gonna throw some of these terms in here. Pampas grass or ferns or pond iris or weeping willow. I mean, that would be cool, although it might be weird with the scale. You know what I mean? Wow, this is not moving. There we go. Oh, and Sean's out. Thanks, Sean, for hanging out for a bit. Hope you have a great weekend. I'm probably not streaming tomorrow. It's just and I'm sorry. It's been very chaotic lately since I've been doing a lot of. So I hosted a couple people on Adobe Live. Well, I did a pro tips. I hosted Sin. I was a guest. And I also, Sean and I do the events in the Firefly Discord. So I've been trying to normally I would stream Saturdays and Sundays, but I'm giving myself a little bit of a break recently because I need at least one day that I'm not on camera. So I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow for that. specific reason that I just need to have a little bit of a break. Can we make a weeping willow work? I wouldn't want it to like overwhelm the entire background, but I do love that idea because those are cool plants. Those are cool trees. I'm just not sure. Oh, look it! Oh my gosh, I did not know that you could make a bonsai tree, a weeping willow bonsai tree. That's amazing. That's amazing. I don't know, maybe it could be a little magical realism and we can add a little weeping willow. We'll see. Check out Sweet Flag. Okay, let's look that up. Sweet Flag. I could not tell what you were saying there. Oh yeah, maybe this is what I'm thinking of. They're like, kind of like cattails. They kind of hang down. Alright, let's add that. Just something to break up that edge a little bit more. Now that I've kind of had a break as well, I do think this needs to actually have, let's see, there needs to be a shadow here. It's really bothering me. Maybe we do something kind of in between, like 50. Where did you go? There you go. I think that's better. It's sort of a difficult transition because of the colors that I'm using, but Maidenhair fern looks a bit informed like the pebbles or duckweed. Let's see, maidenhair fern. I love all these new plant. Everything comes back to plants, doesn't it? Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I really like that. Kind of like hanging over. You know, that would be a nice textural element to kind of layer in. So we could have some of like the tall grasses. They have like a little bit of a bend to them. And then add some of these, like, this one looks like it really just kind of like would grow right over the edge. And would be a nice transition between the, like, make the duckweed feel a little bit more incorporated, if that makes sense. Alright, let's add that as well. Maiden hair. There's something about the frog's eye that's really kind of bothering me too. And I don't know what it is. There should be maybe a little bit of a highlight over it. Alright, now let's go 75. And then let's add a highlight. Looks better. He looks grumpy. Little Froggo? A little bit, yeah. But frogs always kind of look grumpy. The water highlight touching the frog's mouth a little distracting. Oh yeah, there's like a little bit of a... We could do... add a little bit of a shadow. Alright, not a shadow. We'll do like an offset path. And I'm gonna cut this. There you go. Maybe I'll round this a bit. I mean, if we could try adding a little bit of a bit here. If you thought that would help make our Froggo look a little less grumpy. Doesn't really make that much of a difference though. We'd have to like turn this up. What do we think? Do we want Grumpy Frog or do you want me to turn the mouth up a bit? Susan likes happy frogs. Alright, we'll go with that. Make a happy frog. It's a little high up for me. Let's see, I can also add a little bit of a highlight here. Actually, I don't know that I like that very much. I'm gonna try to add a highlight there. Maybe we just add a little highlight right on the edge. I wanted to have it like follow the eye around a little bit, but I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Let's see. It's a little too strong. Let's do that. Okay, that's better. Peter's saying, what's the frog's favorite restaurant? IHOP. I'm gonna start a little bit higher up this time. Yes, it is time to shade our other duck. I put it off long enough. Guppies. I know we need, I keep forgetting that we need to add fish as well. Don't you forget about the fish. Suzanne can't hang long. Today I have a good camera. Thank you for hanging out though. It's nice to be able to put a face to all the lovely work that I've been being tagged in on Instagram. So thank you so much, Susan, for working on my little plants. It's always, you guys seem to really like, everybody really liked working on the plants. Allison was also, Allison from the Illustrator Discord was also working on them. It's been cool to see. So. Nana saying, thank you, you pushed me to the greenhouse. Well, I'm glad I could motivate you to give it a try. Bye, Peter. We'll do this. I'm gonna have to re-add my back piece. That's okay. We need to cut this here. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I don't actually think we need all this anymore. I'm going to change the way the foot kind of looks here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's just do this part first. Now we'll do the top part here. Thanks, Corey, for doing the share. I'm in concentration mode. Go. That'd be correct. Let me think. How would their little feet be? I guess you would see that underneath part. Let me think about this. Would they be in shadow more? I think they might be the opposite way. Does that make sense? How am I gonna do this? Like, something like this. Instead, if it was the underneath part, I think. Or am I wrong? If these are the under... Now I'm just getting myself confused. Maybe it doesn't matter and they would have a highlight on them anyways because they're thinner? The webbing? I don't know, I'm getting myself confused. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. It's fine. This is fine. We've only got about 20 minutes left in the stream. I think I'm probably gonna finish this duck here and then be done wherever we kind of land. And I will sort out the water plants, I think, later. This is problematic. Oh, because I need to, okay, merge these two. I was saying, where does the time go? I wrote one letter to a friend and didn't draw anything. It happens. Time flies when you're having fun. I hope you're having fun anyways. It's kind of a chill stream today. Although this set has been, in general, I would say. Clever's is just admiring the pretty work you're doing. Thank you. This is just very much for funsies. Everybody should work on projects that have no expectations. Just playing with things. I really like the color palette for this one in particular. Personally. Clever's also wondering if I need a few ducks. Mine's old and has geese companions. Oh, you have ducks and geese? That's cool. Where I live, they do not let you have anything like that. No chickens, no ducks. It's pretty lame. Nothing like that. Clever says I have a duck. It's maybe a TMI question, but I know some people have them as like pets, and some people have them as like, you know, like for eggs and such. So. Are you like a big homesteader type? Or do you just enjoy your ducks as little pets? feel like I've seen people who have ducks as pets and they like put them in little diapers so that they can have them like in their house. Also the way that they eat like cracks me up. They're so like high energy. Oh, look at that. Clever's got a whole farm. Chickens. Big chickens, eggs and friends. Mini chickens. Big chickens and mini chickens. Geese. Sheep. And, one duck. What's it like having geese? I feel like, my impression of geese is, entirely defined by the Goose Game, if you know what I'm talking about. I think it's called Untitled Goose Game. Which is by far one of the greatest, yeah, Untitled Goose Game. Greatest games I've ever played. It's nothing, it's a very simple. Untitled Goose Game is super simple, but it's very fun in like I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy playing the geese. But we're saying geese are loud and awful and also hilarious. That sounds about accurate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mischievous. They come across as being very mischievous. Yeah, Untitled Goose Game. So fun. Such a good game. Goats are also very mischievous. Also, welcome, Unicorn. I don't think I did a big shout out, so since we've only got like 10 minutes left, I will do a big shout to those who are joining. We've got a bunch of streamers in the chat. We've got Odari, and we've got Bliss. I've got links to Odari and Bliss's Behance in the chat because they're also mods, so you can go check out their Behance. They both are streamers here on Behance. And then Unicorn and Sean, who was here earlier. Sean and Unicorn are both also streamers on Behance. Clever. Clever says I kind of want to eat a goose, so they have to be cool with me. They know. Of course, his baby goats are hilarious. Troublemakers. Goats are also very like high energy. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago on the stream we were talking about how, I don't know how we got on the subject, but like Google, their headquarters, maybe this was in the Firefly Discord. Google's headquarters used to have like goats to like eat the grass for like, instead of mowing the lawn. Or something like that. Maybe it was sheep. I don't remember. But there was someone's campus, some tech company's campus. They had some goats. Clever saying goats are great, but sheep are the best. Sheep are very like chill, and in terms of the livestock. I did volunteer for a short stint at like a I don't know what you describe it as, like a similar to like Lake Farm Park here, like a children's farm kind of a place. Sheep are really chill. Cows also really chill. Goats don't have any chill. What happened to my shape here? Let's zoom out. Oh, it's there. And chickens don't have any chill either. No chill. Cows are very sweet. Yes, they're like giant puppies. Like if they're like the puppy of they just want to be loved. Puppy of the livestock world. They're very sweet. I don't know why that was giving me such a time. Gareth saying we could do with a goat teeter grass. It's knee high to a giraffe. Ooh. Yeah, it's been a tough summer for that kind of stuff because I don't know how it's been by you, Gareth, but like it's been nonstop. It's either been raining something fierce like flood rains, or it's been too hot, or it's been we've had to deal with the wildfire smoke. So you're like, well, I'm just never gonna cut my grass. This is fine. I'm sure the city will appreciate that. I don't know, I think I need to do one on the other side too. Specifically on the leg here. It is odd that, like, I live in Ohio, so I feel like most other cities in Ohio, like, do not care if you have livestock. Just the particular city that I live in. Odar says I can't have cows as pets. I'm a burger lover. Would like to have chickens. Yeah, I would like to have chickens too. Although again, I did have a coworker that had chickens, and unfortunately, we also live where we live in particular. There's a park. So there's, I don't know, you probably have different names for them. When I was in Chicago, they were called the Park District, I think, or whatever they were called there. I don't remember. I'm starting to lose my memory of certain terms. But they're called the Metro Parks here. So anyways, they have, these parks. They're not national parks or anything. It's just kind of green space managed by the county, I believe. Anyways, there's one by us that has a coyote den living there, and we have seen coyotes and foxes near us, on our street, even though not directly in our yard. So I would be concerned about that would be a concern having them. I know that my coworkers' chickens all got picked off, sadly, but yeah, they you have to be cautious. Because we do have coyotes here. So. Of course, there's a friend of mine has runner geese. What are runner geese? Runner geese. I think my dog is snoring. Oh my gosh! They run on what am I looking at? They have really tall necks. Oh, these are going to be another one of my favorite animals. We talked about the fairy penguins, how I love the fairy penguins. That's been my recent thing. Now it's going to be runner geese. Look at these things. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to pull up pictures so you can see. They're tall. Oh my gosh, they're so funny. Runner geese. Look at these things. Look, is this real? That's super silly. That's good. Oh, they're ducks. These are ducks? Runner duck. Oh, wow. Look at their little feet. Look at this. Amazing. Amazing. Those are so fun. Every once in a while you see something, you're like, that's not real. That's not a real animal. What am I looking at? Nick is over holding down the YouTube chat. Nick is saying there was a lady with a rooster. who was told to get rid of it when walking, who was waking up the whole street. She fought for it for a long time, just ended up leaving eventually. Yeah, I think that most of the cities that do allow you to have chickens here do have a limit on the number of roosters that you can have. Like, you can only you either can't have any, or you can only have, like, one rooster. They put, like, a limit. Oh, Umacord's saying it's like they're walking up straight. It's translated to goose in Dutch. That's interesting. It's kind of like we were talking about with the Tanuki, and how they're like a raccoon dog, because they look like a raccoon, but they're actually two separate families. So, like, I don't know if I touched on this at all in the stream, but the Tanuki are part of the Canidae family with dogs, and the raccoons, like we have in the US, are actually a part of the same family as lemurs. So they're poly something family. Let me look it up. I think I put it in here. Procinidae family. Not good with Latin, but they're actually like in the same family as lemurs, which is interesting. So there you go. But they actually look very different. Not to go down a tangent again on this, but like raccoon dogs have like more of a body of like a dog. If you've ever seen a raccoon, and we also have a lot of raccoons. I actually have a photo of a baby raccoon. I think I put up my Instagram a long time ago. It's so tiny. But raccoons have like a completely different type of body than like a dog. They're actually quite like, they have like a really like tall spine. I don't know how else to describe it. Let's look up a raccoon so I can kind of do a comparison. This will be the last thing we do, by the way. I'm just gonna show you. Here you go. So this is what a raccoon looks like. Which is very different. You can see the body structure. Lemurs are primate. Some are. I'm trying to remember specifically what, because it's not all lemurs. It's like a subset. So like, let's look up Pros. So it consists of ringtail lemurs. So this Procinidae are relatively small animals with generally slender bodies and long tails. So the common raccoon tends to be bulky. And they share the same family as ringtail lemurs, kinkajous, and a bunch of other animals I don't recognize. Although Google's also saying they're related to bears, and I don't think that's the case. So here we go. Here's like a scientific article that shows there's like a breakdown of the. Let's see. I'm just gonna open the image. So these are all kind of grouped into the same family together. Ringtail lemurs, which you can see makes sense where they get their kind of tail from. Again, Tanuki don't have a tail like that. They have like a little. I don't know if I have any pictures of their tails in here. You can kind of see it here, but it's kind of just like a little tail instead of being a long fluffy tail. This is obviously an exaggeration because it's just, you know, it's like stylized to make it look more like a raccoon. But they don't really have big tails. They're very small tails versus a raccoon, like we know them, have those like long bushy striped tails, which they get from other ringtails. We're saying I have raccoons and ringtails, which is similar but different thing from goons and coatists. Yeah, I mean, once you get down into, like, the breakdown of the, you know, like the genus, family, species, oh gosh. The genus Procyon is separate. Now we're looking into it. Yeah, there's only other, so Procyon are, they only, which is the common raccoon, only have 2 other species in the same, that Procyon genus. But that genus Procyon is a part of the larger family that has ringtail lemurs, and etc. So, there you go. There's your science lesson for today. So, anyway, you know. Alright, I do think we managed to get our ducks shaded all in there, and we added some shading in the background and the handle and stuff. So, the next focus will be on adding some the rest of the kind of details. I want to add those plants kind of coming over the top. I think it'll be a nice touch, just as a final to help everything kind of like come together. I think I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be it for today. Unicorn says so good. Thanks, Unicorn. Alright, so I hope you had a good time today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will not be streaming, like I said, tomorrow. I do need a little bit of a break from being on camera. Since I'll be back with Sean Monday through Thursday in the Firefly Discord. I'm going to say, I really like how you do the water. Yeah, you can go, the stream number 3, I've got a link in the description. If you go watch, I don't know exactly which point I did it, but you can see how I did the water ripples over the top. And that worked well for still water. Like, this is very still, flat water. You know, water's tricky. Water's another tricky thing to kind of render, because you can have things that have like a lot of heavy ripples, and that's gonna have like a totally different look to it, the way that you kind of shade it, compared to something very still. Let me see here. I'll give you kind of a comparison. So let me see if I can pull it up really quickly. Trying to look for it on my website. It might actually be in Sketches, since I never quite finished it. There we go. And this is a different style, but you'll get the idea. So you can see this is very active water, and so you're gonna have a lot more like individual small highlights and shadows to indicate the movement, versus this is very still water, which can be a little bit deceiving because it does actually have a little bit of ripple on the surface. I don't know, so that's how I would handle that. Otherwise, it doesn't. It just kind of helps sell it a little bit more as like water, if that helps. So, alright. Okay, now I'm really gonna get off. Cover saying, now that it's scorching hot outside, I gotta cool off some farm critters with hose water. Yeah. Alright, and thank you so much, Clever. I'm glad you could hang out today. It was nice having you in the chat. Enjoy the conversation. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I will be back next week, Saturday and Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We have to finish up the umbrella ducks, which are going to just be the plants. We have to finish up, I think it might be fun to, I don't know, we'll see. I have this idea in my head that, like, it could be fun to put together, a case study using the Tanuki project on Behance, since I don't think I've ever done like here's how I put together a case study stream. And then, I don't know what else we're gonna do. You know, those are kind of like my two, where my head's at. I have a lot of stuff to get I have a lot of stuff I need to get on my Behance, but we've been focusing on getting my website updated, since I've had an even larger backlog. I have like 3 years worth of work to put on my website that I was trying to get done before the Adobe live stream, but that's okay. So I've been trying to focus my attention on that versus getting projects up on Behance, but I'm getting there. It's just a slog of a process. So, because I know I need to get a bunch of stuff on there. But anyways, thank you all for hanging out with me for today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see some of you on Monday in the Firefly Discord. If not, I'll see you all next weekend. I'll just go down the list. I think I forgot to do this last time, and do a big thanks to everybody. Alex, Ashrafal, Biola, Bliss, Clever, Corey, Gareth, German, Arturo, Zia, Montoya. That's a incredible name. Odari, Peter, Sita, Sean, Steon, Susan, Umacorn, and Yura. Be sure to check out all the streamers we had in the chat. Umacorn, Sean, Odari, and Bliss are all streamers here on Behance. Also, Biola, it was nice seeing you. Haven't seen you in a while. So be sure to check out all of them. Also, I've got links to all the moderator stuff in the description below this video. Corey's Crock of Time for Food and Fermentation Community, as well as Nick's Music, Bliss and Odari's Behance pages, and Yoann Turpin, who lets me stream his music in the background of these, because I've done a lot of album art for Yoann. We haven't done any recently. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe he's just been busy. But yeah, we'll see. Yoann also wrote the intros and outros for my stream, so if you like those, go check out the rest of Yoann's work. It's all very similar to the music that I play on my stream, because it's all from him, so. Alright, I'm out. It's hot. Stay cool. Clever. Hope your farm stays cool as well. Bye, everyone.